Welcome to the Sketchup for Schools lesson. This is Design Your Dream Home Part 1, Model a 2D Floor Plan. In this series, you'll learn how to model this 2D floor plan, extrude it and build it up into 3D. You'll print it out and fold it back together as a physical model. Before you get started with this lesson, be sure to check out the Getting Started series, become more familiar with the basic navigation and drawing tools, as well as the user interface of SketchUp. Otherwise, let's get started. When you launch this lesson, you'll start with the template here. This is Catherine, and this model that we're using uses the imperial drawing system. That means we'll be drawing using feet and inches. That is different from the metric system, which would use something like millimeters or meters. In addition to knowing the units that we're drawing in, we also want to make sure we're using our preferred input method. You can click down here and you can choose whether to select a mouse or trackpad based off of your preference. For me, I always like using SketchUp with a mouse if I have one. Otherwise, if you have just a laptop and trackpad, that is fine too. I'll click mouse and then click on the X to close it. Now that we're ready to draw, when starting a floor plan, it's best to begin drawing with basic rectangles. And we'll start at this origin point right here. We'll start the model by creating the basic living space first, using a series of rectangles to represent the rooms. First, click on the rectangle tool located right here, and then you can also click it again up at the top here. With the rectangle tool active, click and release starting at the origin point here. Move your cursor up and to the right, and then let go of the trackpad or of your mouse. Type in 16 apostrophe, comma, 30 apostrophe, and press return. This will create a 16-foot wide room that is 30 feet tall. We're in perspective now and we're seeing the model in this 3D view. And it's actually best when drawing floor plans to be looking from above in a top view. Over on the right, click on the Scenes Manager and then click on the top view icon located right here. That will bring us into a top view. It may bring us in a little too close. So just take your cursor and scroll down with the mouse or with your trackpad. You can scroll as well, similar to how you would scroll a web page to zoom in and out. You can always use the navigation tools over here as well, in which I'll click on the pan tool and I'll just drag the model over so that we can see more of the space. So this vertical rectangle is going to be the main living area of the space. And then to the right, we'll create more of the private areas like the bathroom and some of the bedrooms. So we need an entryway into this space. So let's use the rectangle tool once again. So we'll click on the rectangle tool, click to make it active, and start by clicking here at this endpoint. So I'll click and release, move the cursor down, type in 48, comma, 48, and then press enter. This will create a 48-inch by 48-inch entryway. Just below that, let's create an area to represent the bathroom. Starting at this endpoint here, click and release, move the cursor down and to the right. Be careful when you input the rectangle direction. If you over-exaggerate one direction, typically the longer direction is the value you're going to enter first. So right now, as I'm sort of moving in this longer vertical way versus a horizontal way, you'll see down in the measurement box, it doesn't matter. It always wants to use the longer distance first. I'm going to move down, type in 12 apostrophe, comma, 6 apostrophe, and then press return. If for some reason you did this backwards, let me undo. I began drawing this. It went this way and I typed 12 foot sign, comma, 6 foot sign, hit return. It draws it the incorrect way. That's okay. Just type it again in the reverse order. So 6 apostrophe, comma, 12 apostrophe, and then hit return. Now the other spaces in this house want to align to the bottom edge here and maybe want to go vertically as well to match some of the other geometry. To create guides in SketchUp, we can create these guidelines to help us reference other distances. To do that, click on the tape measure tool located right here. And then on this bottom edge right here, double click. A double click is going to create a guide on that edge, and it's going to run it horizontally. I'm going to close out the scene manager here by closing that panel just to see more of the model space. Next, let's create 2 vertical guides. Hovering over this midpoint here, click and release and move your cursor to the right, type in 10 apostrophe and press return. That's going to draw a guide 10 feet from the existing edge that we drew. And let's repeat that. But be careful, make sure you're not right here where it inferences from the original dot. That can sometimes create a glitch in SketchUp. So move your cursor just up a little bit, then click and release. Move your cursor over to the right, type in 10 feet again. So 10 apostrophe, and then press return. Now we have all the guides to create our rectangles. So let's click on the rectangle tool over here. Let's start by drawing the first bedroom. So we're going to start at this endpoint here, move down and to the right, and we're going to click right at that intersection of the 2 guides meeting. Let's draw the hallway going from this endpoint here down to this endpoint here, and then going from this top endpoint here. Let's bring that all the way down to the far intersection. When we're done with the rectangle tool,